Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing the manga I've read and purchased over the last few weeks. I haven't gotten too many things. My mind's just been all over the place lately, but I'm pretty happy with everything I do have. Without further ado, let's get started. Up first, I have volumes 1 to 8 of Pluto, which is the complete series. There's actually a backstory with how I got these. A good pal of mine was going through his collection and taking out the manga he didn't want anymore, and he reached out to me and asked if I wanted Pluto. Of course, I said yes. So I got these books along with Stargazing Dog for just the cost of shipping. I know, I'm still in shock. I will say though, this all happened at the beginning of March, which is when my buying ban took place. Does paying for shipping count as breaking that buying ban? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I know it's just manga, but I'm probably going to treasure this forever because it was just such a touching gesture. I'm not sure if he wants me to mention his name over the internet, but I know he watches my videos, so I'll just say thank you again, you're great. Onto the series itself, Pluto is a great mystery manga. If you're familiar at all with Naoki Urasawa, you probably already have an idea of what's in store. It's thrilling and gripping, and I think it's some of his best storytelling. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Things to note are that the story takes place in a world where robots and humans coexist, and it starts with the murder of one of the most famous robots in this society. The main character is an investigator, and he's trying to figure out who killed this beloved figure. So if you like sci-fi or mystery, definitely give it a shot. Like I mentioned earlier, I also got Stargazing Dog for my friend. I think I pretty much covered most of my feelings about this manga in my review of it, but I guess an update on that is I'm still thinking about it and its ending. I don't know why, but maybe I liked it more than I thought I did. The story is about a dog named Happy who's traveling with his owner after they both lose their homes and basically their way of living. They're both trying to cope with and adapt to life, but life isn't that easy on them. It's a heartbreaking story, and if you do plan on reading it, definitely take care of yourself after. That's it for the manga I got in March. Overall, I'd say the buying ban was mostly successful. I realized that since I'm not a heavy spender to begin with, I didn't really notice any habit changes. But I did realize the importance of having at least a small backlog. Normally, I read everything I buy as soon as I get it, and on top of that, I had also recently reread everything in my collection. So during March, I had these periods where I had nothing to read, and I was basically in a slump. Having a huge backlog is stressful, but having no backlog at all is also pretty tough. Moving along, next I have book 1 of Vinland Saga. This manga has been on my radar for a while now. I've heard countless people praise it or call it one of their favorites. I also really enjoy history and historical fiction, so I thought I'd give it a read. I thought it was cool that the book opens right in the middle of the action before it even gets to the introductions. The reader's just thrown into the preliminary stages of a battle over a fortress, and this leads into introducing the focal point of the manga, the Vikings. Overall, I enjoyed this first book. I've been told it's the weakest compared to the rest of the series, so that does make me excited about what's to come, and eventually I'd like to read more. It's hard for me to describe what the actual plot of Vinland Saga is at the moment because book 1 is primarily a prologue to the main series. It does, however, establish Thorfinn's motives and goal. I believe the prologue ends halfway into book 2 though. Anyway, if you like historical manga or are interested in checking that genre out, I don't think you'd be disappointed by Vinland Saga. Yukimura has definitely done his research, and even from this first book, I can tell he's crafting a pretty rich and complex story. Next, I have volumes 1 and 2 of Tenpenshu by Hiroki Endo, who some of you might recognize as the creator of Eden, It's an Endless World. I've always wanted to read something by him since I've heard good things about his work. Tenpenshu is a collection of short stories, and they're all different from each other, but I'd say they're sort of thematically similar. A lot of the characters are often reflecting on their past or reflecting on what they want in life. Disclaimer, I've only read the first collection as of now because I'm saving the second for later. I'm not really sure how to describe the stories, but they're all interesting and different from what I expected. They start one way, and they sort of tease me along on this journey that's wildly different from anything I could have imagined, and I'm still thinking about them too. And lastly for books, I have volumes 1 to 6 of Nana. I'm super excited about this series because I've been hearing people talk about Nana for literally years now. To be honest, the thought of the hiatus made me kind of nervous about starting it, but I caved in because I'm basically a sucker for anything shoujo or josei. Anyway, on a basic level, Nana is basically about two women named Nana who moved to Tokyo to pursue their dreams and to just do something different with their lives. On the surface, they seem like wildly and fundamentally different people, but they quickly become inseparable and really grow to rely and depend on each other. The series won me over instantly. There are so many wonderful and complex characters here, and they actually feel pretty real. The struggles the characters go through to find a compromise between their dreams and the reality is relatable for better or for worse. I think even after one volume, I could tell this is going to be one of my favorite manga. It's not flawless, some of the characters are annoying, and it does get pretty wordy at times, but I've enjoyed what I've read so far. I actually planned on reading these volumes slowly because of what I had said earlier about backlogs, but I just couldn't wait and I had binge read it in one day. Next, I have the April issue of Monthly Shonen Gangan, which is a manga magazine. I mainly got this because it has Barakamon on the cover, and it also came with a Barakamon calendar, which I've been using, but I also have fun flipping through it when I'm bored. And last, but certainly not least, and arguably my favorite thing in this haul, I have a little Nyanko sensei made out of perler beads. This is actually a gift from another manga pal of mine. I can't get over how incredibly cute this is. I'm obsessed. That brings us to the end of my manga haul. Lately, manga has been on the back burner while I've been focusing on other things, but I'm excited to slowly get back into reading manga regularly. I definitely want to start reading some new series too. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll hopefully see you in my next one.